So I'm sitting here editing things, and I've now seen in hindsight, looking back on it, I'm like, why was I so fucking mad? Like, not only why was I mad, but it's like, some of the things don't make a lot of sense. And I'm like having trouble following my own thought patterns and like what the fuck I'm saying. Clearly it's a trauma response, it's a mental illness type of something. And I should maybe do some self-reflection because maybe it's not all this person. Maybe, just maybe, you know? But at the time, when it's happening, it feels so fucking personal. How do you distinguish that? I don't know. But you'll see what I mean. Entire segment dedicated to dating with mental illness. I'm tired of talking about this person on here. Number one, I'm just tired of talking about it and feeling it. Number two, I feel stupid because I'm saying the same things over and over again to y'all, and at some point it's like, bitch, you're the one who's not enforcing things or doing anything about it. You're letting this person just run around all over you because you're saying the same shit. And number three, I don't think there's a third reason why I don't want to stop talking about it. Oh, because bitch, it hurts. I don't want to talk about it. I'm sitting here, I have shit to do. My whole Friday has been fucked because of this person. Not because of this person, but like the anxiety that I've had over this person in the last 24, 48 hours. There's somebody in the hallway of my apartment building. I'm not sure if it's a baby, an annoying ass bitch, or like who the fuck is making calm. I'm fucking going through it. I want to take the dog out for a walk. I think that could reset things for me because I've talked to them, and of course, they're fine because they don't have the issues and anxieties that I do. They thought nothing of it that was going on. I just have so much shit to do. I can't do it because I'm still fucking traumatized. Not traumatized, I'm still triggered by what transpired in the last 24 hours. And everything is just annoying. I can't do shit. Everything's annoying me. I'm irritated as fuck. And the worst part is that I'm irritated at this person, but I can't really do anything about it because we talked about it and there's nothing I can do right now that would be healthy. Besides, not talk to them ever again. Okay, I made myself laugh. When I say that, I don't mean like in an unhealthy way. I mean like I've told them like they just need to fucking get a clue and they can't fucking get a clue. So you know, it's time to bounce. I said that in the last video. I have until the end of the weekend for them to get it through their skulls. And I don't mean that as a deadline, like, oh my God, they have this many more days. It's just that, how do I explain this? Fucking bug. Essentially, I've been working on being patient. I promise you there's a bug or a gnat right here. I've been working on being patient with this person in terms of how they spend their time with me. You know, I don't require them to spend time with me 24/7. I don't want them to spend time with me 24/7. Like get the fuck away from me. I don't want that. What I do want though is for when I say things like, this week has been hard, or I'm crying on and off, or like I'm super fucking stressed out, or when I've like verbatim made it clear that things are hard in my life and this week has been stressful, and they work 5 minutes down the street. 5 minutes down the street. I understand that they, you know, are stressed out and they have their own things and that, you know, sometimes they need to go home. But this week, when I say those things, I really just expect them to at least stop by and give me a hug. Stop by and give me a something. A bitch, like anything. As you work, you have to pass my house to go home. Literally. And last night, they went out drinking with friends. And got super fucking drunk. They Ubered to work today. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. They're allowed to hang out with friends. They don't have to spend their entire time with me on their off days, truthfully and honestly. But this is coming in the sense that, like, okay, I waited patiently all week after having the same conversation with them, saying how I would appreciate them to rethink their schedules or the way they restructured their time. I'm so mad, y'all. I'm so fucking mad right now. Essentially, you know, I've been doing the good part. I've not been coming down on them. I've been trying to support them. I've been doing all these things. I find out that they're going to hang out with friends. You know, I do have a trauma response there. I have a trauma response, but I self-soothe. I keep it in. I do well. And then all of a sudden, once I find out that they're out at a bar, this was all last night, I freak the fuck out. I'm like completely freaked the fuck out. Like whatever regulation I had did, out the window. Because in my mind, it's like, you can go to a bar, regardless if it's Thursday, regardless if you didn't have a busy day at work, but you cannot stop at my place for 5 minutes at all, ever, throughout the week, after work. Never. Be fucking for real. Like, be fucking for real. Like, that's just not, like, I'm not an idiot. But I can't get mad at them or bring it up because, number one, if I bring it up now, I have to tell them to fucking get a clue that when I'm texting them, hey, I'm crying on and off because I'm so fucking stressed and everything's bad and my mental state's not great and everything sucks, for them to get a fucking clue to, like, come over here and give me a hug at least. But it's not the end of the week yet, so they could still have the chance and opportunity to do so. And I can't get mad at them for going out with friends because I'm glad they went out with friends, you know? It's not like it's going out with friends instead of coming to see me. It's not that type. It's just not the dynamic. I understand that. But bitch, watch next week come. And they have not, you know, tried to see me. Like I said, hey, I don't want to be the only one that's making plans. They have not tried to do anything that help me out in my sadness and my thing. Not that they have to be the fix to it, but like, I barely saved this person in 2 weeks. And they work down the street, which I'm not mad about. I'm mad about the priority thing. I just had to I had to talk this out a little bit, you know? I'm so fucking mad. Oh, and then last night when I also was texting them about the same shit, like in terms of like, you know, trying not to be passive aggressive, but at the same time, trying to let them know, like, why I was upset. They just don't, like, do I need to say, like, explain what crying means? Like, I am not okay mentally. I'm having a hard time mentally. Do they not get that? I don't understand. Like, that or you just don't care. And it's looking like you just don't care. Because... or you care when you want to care. Not to mention that, you know, they talk about driving and having to drive all around is hard on them and hard on their mental state and that, you know, them sleeping. Bitch, the amount of driving they did last night for them to complain about having to stop at my place after. They drove all around the city. They cannot stop. You know, it's just, make it make sense. And I'm trying to remain calm because I know that it's not all black and white. There's still time in the week for them to do things. There's still time in my life for them to do things. You know, it's not like a me versus, it's just not that way all the time. But sometimes it is. Oh, bitch, I'm going through it. So fucking angry. It's not even like, it's the appropriate amount of anger. I think I'm honoring those feelings, but it's also like that mental illness anger, the anger that, like, when I tell you last night I had just self-soothed myself to find out then that they went out to a bar. It's like 2 a.m. by the way, and they're always tired and they gotta go to work, and they had to work today. When I tell you that the anger that's fueling it's like not even normal. It's like a furnace, or not even, what the fuck? It's like a rocket shit. Rocket to space. That's how the anger just went automatically. And I'm not, you know what? I don't know how I feel. It's just like, I want to just yell at them and be like, do you not fucking get it, you dumbass mutt? If y'all have any tips and comments for this, know while I'm feeling better, every little noise that I hear external to my apartment, the dog making noise, anything that's like any noises, anything, that siren, brings up that anger in me. Like the anger fuels again. It's just like, I want to yell at everybody in the hallway who walks by like, bitch, why the fuck are you walking in the hallway? Why did you leave your apartment to begin with? Stay in your fucking apartment. Stop making noise. My heart is going like it's bound. It's like, I'm so angry. What do y'all do for anger? What do y'all do for anger? Let me post this video like today ASAP because I need some. What do you do for anger? Breathe, I guess, right? That's what y'all do, probably. That's what you should be doing, breathe. Breathe, yeah. That feels better. Oh shit, bitch, yeah. It feels good. Okay, I feel a little bit better. So I'm gonna go now. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna try to walk the dog. It is 1 p.m. I have the rest of the day left. I'm gonna try to enjoy it and not think about this and get some work done and live my best life. Fuck bitches and get money. Clearly I'm upset. Clearly I'm like just not okay, and I'm really just crying and pissed off and just not able to even express how I'm feeling. And at the same time, the person that is they're not the cause for any of it. They're not the cause for this. But they're, number one, they're the solution. Number two, they have not helped me in any of these feelings. I've expressed to them that I have been feeling not great all month. They've been going through it as well. But the fact of the matter is that I've expressed how I've been feeling, and rather than trying to make me feel better, they've combated me on how I should be feeling. They've said that, I need to figure out how I'm feeling because they don't know how to help me if I don't know how I'm feeling, and then expressing it to them, which I feel like I've done 1,000 times. But on top of that, it's like we just spoke, and it's like you are down the street, and you're not here. My response to you, if you were feeling this way, and I saw that it was something that I may have contributed to, my response would not be to go continue hanging out with friends. But you can't ask that of somebody. You can't ask. I could never have asked this person, cancel all your friends and come to me, see me right now. You can't ask that. But at this point in our relationship, it's like, that's an expectation that I would have had. That's an expectation that I would have wanted you to feel. I would have wanted you to just drop everything and come here because that's how much you care about me. Because clearly I'm not okay. Clearly I'm distraught. And if drinking and having fun with your friends, something that you did last night or 2 nights ago, if that's more important, then that's more important. I can't dictate that and change that. But for me, that would have been a flag in my head, an alert to be like, fuck that shit does not matter. I'm about to come to make sure that you're Gucci, that you're good. If you cared about me in the ways that I cared about you, or rather, if you cared about me in the ways that you say that you care about me. Does that make sense to y'all? But you can't ask somebody that. You can, but that's an unhealthy relationship. I would have never have asked that person to do that. You just kind of have to know. And me asking this person that takes away from the selfless act of doing it. But clearly I'm not okay, and I'm still not okay. But instead, rather than, even when we talked on the phone about it, I brought up the fact that I'm like, you have not made an effort to try to talk about it with me more. They brought up excuses and all these explanations in terms of just like, well, I texted you and you didn't respond. Well, guess what? I've been on the couch depressed all day, which I've told you, and yet still did not usher anything. Like, if you've tried the hardest that you have tried by texting me one time, if that's your effort, and your effort's not to call me or anything, I told them well, you could have called me. They said, well, you didn't respond to my text message and I was on my way home from work. If that's your response, instead of being like, oh shit, let me just drive over to your place 5 minutes, I kid y'all not, I'm 5 minutes away from where they are right now, and 5 minutes from where they were. I promise you that. If that's your response, instead of just being like, okay, hold up, I'm about to come see you and we're going to talk this out. If that's your response, debating me on how I should feel, debating me on how I feel, debating me on what you did and what you haven't done. And it just feels like that's just silly. And I can't force this person to care about me in a way that motivates them to do certain things, you know? That's my expectation, and that's what I want, though. And that's where I'm feeling so intensely, because it's like, why don't you get it? Why aren't you doing these things? Why are we having arguments over this, when in reality it's like you could fix all of this by, maybe you don't understand, but clearly I am in a mood, and you're not helping, and it's because of you in a way. But you're not trying to understand that. They said they were going to talk to me tomorrow. They're going to come see me afternoon after their parents get back home. And it's just like, I expressed to you a day ago how very, very, very upset I was. And I expressed to you tonight how very, very upset I was. And it's about priorities and what you prioritize. And I can't make you prioritize me. I could be like, you come over here now. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. But if they don't see that, like, by their response, by penciling me into their schedule to deal with this, if that's how they feel is the best way to deal with it, then that's how they feel. And I can't control that, and I can't make them feel more strongly for me or make them want to. I can't do that. But that's where I'm at, y'all. That's where I'm at.